Hello again, I am Joe Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Mode Season 7. We are heading to the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, to Imola, for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Results need to improve. We have had a really rough start to our 7th season here on Hardcore Mode. It just has not gone well for us. We've been unlucky with not getting the upgrades when we needed them as well. And although we had a bit of an upturn in performance in the last race, it still didn't go great. We should hopefully, though, do a little bit better tonight. We have got some new parts on the car. We've got our new chassis, our new side pods, and our new underfloor on the car. Finally, although I think we might still be missing a part. Yeah, we've got a difference in the car builds here. Am I still waiting on one? Yes, I am. Will that be ready today? I hope it will. Still got enough on the wings. No spare side pods, no spare underfloors. We've got one spare suspension right now, and both cars at risk of needing a replacement. So you can see that we are building plenty of parts right now. We've got some spare wings for the rear coming. Got a couple of spare suspensions on the way to replace the two that are about to go. One is definitely going to go after this Grand Prix. Hopefully the other one will survive long enough for us to get the second spare in. And then we've also got some spare underfloors, or a spare underfloor by the look of it. Yep, just the one. And then two more chassis on the way. We are 6 days away from getting another one. So, and you're going to have this new chassis on one car tonight then. Car analysis does look a lot happier. You can see first in speed, first in DRS, first, third, and first in cornering. Big improvement in terms of the rankings, but the numbers aren't really telling the full picture. We are not quite as dominant as we would appear on paper. You can see a slight difference between the two cars as a result of the difference in chassis spec. A little bit of a lack in top speed, and a slight increase or a slight decrease in medium and high speed performance compared to Donna's car for Embry there. Slightly, and I do mean slightly lower on the engine cooling as well. But if we go back to the grid average, you know, the numbers really, if you dig into them, you can see that the margins of those numbers, they're not that big. So while we might have an amazing car on paper, we don't have a massive advantage over everybody else. And we have the slowest driver pairing to kind of cancel out any real advantage that we have. So we're still going to be probably struggling against the top teams. But we should now be in a position to actually score points on a pretty regular basis, I hope. We'll see how things go. How you doing, Mr. Water? How you doing, Dino? Good to see you guys tonight. Let's get some targets set for this evening's race. So the incentive is both cars in Q3. I'm hopeful that we can get that, but I don't know. I'm going to play it a little safer because we have struggled in qualifying. We're going to go 2 in the top 12 and both in Q2. And if we can get one or both into Q3, that would be a nice little advantage. Fastest laps the incentive, we can always try for it, but who knows whether we'll get it or not. Again, we're going to play it a little safe on the finish position. We're going to go 2 in the top 12 and hope for higher, but I want to try and get some money coming in. New finish position streak. Well, it's halfway through this one actually. 1 in the top 15 for 2 races. We are 1 down, 2 to go. And let's get a new quali streak going, and we'll go 2 in the top 12 for 5 races. Again, not a major target to hit there, but good enough to generate a good amount of income and still not leave us overextending and reaching and needing to be absolutely perfect in every single qualifying session. And looking at the weather, it'll be nice and cool on the Friday, a bit warmer on the Saturday for qualifying, and then very warm on the Sunday. So we could be looking at a two-stop strategy for our drivers. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Let's head to Imola.
Welcome along to Italy, and welcome along to Imola. After returning to the Formula One calendar in 2020, Imola is now home to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. This historic track's original outline might remain, but updates to the circuit ensure that racing here feels just as exciting in modern times. And it's an old-school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. Aston Martin's team principal is bound to be a bit nervous during this race after the board's recent worries as to the team's direction. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Yeah, the board are not happy with us right now. We desperately need to start scoring points on a consistent basis to improve their morale a little bit. Going to go with medium tyres in this session. Let's go with, I don't remember how many laps it is for this circuit. I think it's 21 laps. But we're going to be calling them in early anyway, I would imagine, to dial in those setups. So let's go with 20 laps. And let's take a look at car parts. Got some practice parts to go in. Go. We're going to put Anne in the car again. Get some more experience for her. And let's send them out. Quick reminder for everyone, there is a new Frontier Unlocked live stream this Wednesday at usual time, 6 p.m. And they will be going through more details about custom creator team. Will actually show us the tools in full tonight. Oh, sorry, on Wednesday night. They're also going to touch on reliability and how the AI is going to try and poach your staff as well. So definitely looking forward to getting a bit more information on that. That'll be on Twitch, and then no doubt they'll have just the F1 Manager segment on their YouTube channel for the F1 Manager channel. You know, a little later on as well. All right, first bits of feedback not far away.
What do you feel the car?
46% is not good. Of course, she has to go just past the pit entrance before she gives me the feedback. Also 46%. Okay. Could we be looking at identical setups again? Right, so the rear wing's about right. Traction needs to change. Not sure which way to go. I'm gonna go to a 6.4, I think. Go to a 7. Pull that all the way back to there. Leave that. Yeah. So I'm deliberately going with a setup I don't think is right, but I'm dropping the oversteer value and the cornering value and the traction value right close to the edge of those zones, or right on the edge of those zones for the oversteer and cornering, to narrow those windows down more dramatically and give us a much clearer indication of what exactly we need to do. I don't think that's a million miles away, but I'm thinking that's probably going to be somewhere in the region of around 80%, maybe a little higher. We'll see what happens with Anne when we get her into the garage. And we're going to go the opposite way on her car, just to cover our bases a little bit. Again, I probably got that slightly wrong. But again, we're looking to cover off those edges. And we'll see if that roll bar is the right way to go. It's essentially, we've got the other sliders pretty much positioned exactly where they are on Donna's car, but with the roll bar having gone in the opposite direction, and we'll see if that's going to pay off for us. If we get a really good rating with Donna's car, then we know that Anne's going to be wrong, I think. And vice versa. There's a good chance if it's a bad rating on Donna's car that we're probably going to get a better rating with Anne's. So, who managed to stay awake during the Monaco Grand Prix? Who fell asleep? Because that was so boring, as it always is at Monaco. I mean, it's great that it was another non-Red Bull win. It's great for Charles to finally get his maiden win at his home circuit. He obviously got very emotional about it. But yeah, it was an utter snooze fest. They need to do something to sort that out. And the only thing I can think of is a mandatory pit windows at certain points in the race. So to at least try and inject something into it. Maybe it's a 78 lap race, so put a pit stop in around lap 30 to 40 and another one around lap 50 to 60 or something like that. Maybe 25 to 35 pit window, and then a lap 50 to 60 pit window. and make those mandatory windows. You have to stop within that time. It's up to you what tyres you put on, but you have to stop and put tyres on within that window. Just something, to help create the opportunity for cars to get past each other in the pits if they can't do it on the track. It's got a lot of history, it's got a lot of prestige, but it's just boring as shit. Because nothing ever happens, or rarely ever happens. It takes something, you'll get like these weird explosive moments, but in terms of the race itself, it's just so dull. It's that, or they need to change the layout of the track. When they go through the Lowe's hairpin, instead of going through that little tight double right where Ocon decided to throw himself in front of Gasly, there is the opportunity to go left. After that little first right-hander, go right-left, go along that way, and then do a little hairpin a bit further down, and then extend the run up to the tunnel so that you at least create the potential for maybe an overtaking opportunity coming out of the tunnel. Because there isn't really an opportunity at the moment. The car's too big, they're too heavy. There isn't enough time to get a position, or get the car in position to make that move, unless you have a phenomenal advantage over the car in front. So we did go the wrong way with the roll bar. I'm going to go back to a 3.7 then, so that we can push that up to there. Let's bring that down to a 7. And we'll try that. Beyond that, there's nothing much that can be done, I don't think, at that circuit. Either change the layout to create something that's a little bit more conducive to a potential overtaking opportunity.
I need some feedback.
Or mandatory pit stops. Mandatory pit stop windows. Just, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think the cars are too big, they're too heavy, they're too wide. Cars need to get smaller. That's it. That's pretty much all they can do at Monaco. Or just stop going there, which again, I can't see them changing the track layout because of the history of the event. I can't see them not going to Monaco, unfortunately, because of the history of the event. So unless they do something like introduce mandatory pit windows, then there's nothing that can be done to improve that, short of shrinking the cars dramatically. And once again, we got another example of Stroll being Stroll. His teammate backs everybody up to give him a gap, to give him a free pit stop. He takes that pit stop, but doesn't push hard enough, so he comes out behind the leaders, so he can't really push to take full advantage of those tyres. And then he puts it in the barrier and punctures And all that hard work that Alonso did, completely undone. I get the appeal of the glitz and glamour of Monaco. I do. But it's just not fit for purpose anymore. And I wouldn't miss it if it disappeared off the calendar. Can we get that final bit of feedback from Donna before the end of the session?
Okay, that's the checkered flag. Well done.
Yes, we can. 98%. Very close. All right, not bad. We have managed to nail that down pretty well. That has to be there. Everything's just a little off. Give that a go.
Fuck is green, fuck is green.
What about anyone else? Oh, for God's sake, Donna. There goes my only new chassis.
Virtual safety car.
Let's see what happened there. Here we've got the Aston Martin. And a
That's an
fairly
engine,
substantial crash
gearbox,
there,
and
but no matter the severity of the
ERS
crash,
gone.
it's always good to see the driver emerge unharmed.
Might be able to salvage a little bit out of them, but not much. But the chassis is gone. Luckily, the chassis doesn't affect the car too much in terms of cornering or airflow. It's just going to remove a little bit of that drag reduction that we built into the car. There we go. We've nailed the setup for Embry. Hopefully we've nailed it for Donna as well. She's going to have to run the entire FP3 just to get anywhere close to getting her track knowledge up. Really hope I haven't damaged any other parts. Did I have a spare rear wing? I don't think I even had a spare rear wing, which in that case means a disaster for Donna. Because that's going to take a lot of speed off the car. And it's yet another mistake for a driver whose control rating is in the 90s. What is going on? Why are we getting so many mistakes from our drivers when they've got some of the best control ratings on the grid? Is this a weekend where it's reduced because of, I bet it is, isn't it? It's a sponsor obligation weekend, and that control rating is actually supposed to go significantly lower. I think I remember checking that actually on Friday. As long as we'll have another media appearance in time for Monaco. I take it the Denmark upgrade or update for Fernbus was pretty bad then, Mr. Water.
That is the checkered flag.
What's the damage? Gearbox dead. At least we can still use the engine and the ERS, but the chassis, suspension and rear wings are all gone, and I don't have spares for any of those. So it's going to be a massive drop in performance on Donna's car. Don't have a spare rear wing. She's brought this on herself. At least I do have a spare suspension, and that's worth quite a bit.
track should be good.
So all of our hopes are on Embry for a decent result now this weekend. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do with Donna. She's going to have a lower confidence rating because she's going to have less time in the car. She's got parts that haven't been run before as well. So she's going to have a lower car knowledge. Hopefully her setup will be fine, but yeah, that's a significant loss of performance. Losing chassis, rear wing, and having to roll back to the very first chassis, no less. All right, at least we have got a 100% setup for her, so damage limitation, but she's not going to be amazingly quick, I don't think. At least she still has the side pods and underfloor. They are taking a fair bit of drag and boosting cornering performance quite a bit, but the loss of the rear wing is going to hurt, especially in that one just that one, you know, overtaking opportunity on the main straight under DRS. There we go. Embry is done. Evening refill. Someone's made a mistake.
It's just a yellow at the moment. Just a yellow. Keep the head down.
Oh, she came in early. I didn't catch it in time. She at 86%. It's not ideal. So, let's see how much of a difference in performance are we going to have as we roll into qualifying.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Alternative tyre allocation rules are in play this weekend. Teams will be limited to hard compound tyres in Q1, the medium compound tyres in Q2, and finally the softs in Q3. It hasn't been a great showing from the team's drivers so far. Neither will want to be left behind, and I'm sure they'll both be looking to pull ahead today.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
Alright, let's put in better parts. Moving on to the second of the 3 ERS units, just 5.5 races. Not a good strong start. 2 flying laps. And we're going to give Donna the tow because she's going to need it, I think. Evening Cloud.
Should be green. You can bring the tyre in.
We need good work on brakes and tires on your way out.
How's the season? Yeah. Not good. Yeah, not good. They were supposed to be a chance for us to get both cars well up the order, and Donna's wiped out half of the brand new parts with no spares. This girl's going to get me fired.
Track clear.
Track is clear, track is clear. Change your press corner.
Nobody else out on the track yet. There comes Norris. And Charles. Right, let's take a look. 2/10 the gap. And it looks like Embry's going to get a slipstream from the back of Schumacher. Take a look at the sectors. (23.0, 25.0, 24.8). So they were very, very similar in the middle sector. A 10th difference, well, less than a 10th difference in the opening sector, and a little over a 10th in the final sector. Did I get a key to the 24? No. No one's had a key yet. The people who have been showing footage on PC have been given remote access.
And there'll be no one ahead.
They don't have a copy of the game.
Track is clear. All good to go.
I don't think they'll start giving out keys for a while, and I doubt they'll give me a key. They never seem to acknowledge my existence, unfortunately. Well, it's going to be a good lap from Embry. Let's see what the benchmark is. She's close to Norris's time. She got held up badly there. At least this will give Donna a boost in the final sector. Wow, Leclerc is way off. She lost too much time in the middle sector.
And we are boxes lap.
I think, no, she did improve. She closed the gap.
You need to stay negative in your in lap, please. On charge on right away, please.
Have we done enough? I'm not 100% certain. I'm going to respec them for just a single lap, and we'll try and get them out behind a quick car. Towards the end of the session. Because we are going to start tumbling down the order. Who's leading the championship? Max. But I don't think those points are accurate. I think it's closer than that. There goes Yuki. I'm waiting for Verstappen. Or Piastri. Hell, even Well, no, Sainz is already on track. Here comes Piastri. Ah, damn it. I'm out behind Joe, who's slowest. Well, maybe he'll get the Piastri pull along.
Okay, good braking, please.
Oh, and Donna's out in front of Embry. That was a red flag.
Red flag.
Whoa, that is one of the Alpha Tauris. Is it Stroll? No, it's not Stroll. So it's Schumacher. Schumacher's put it in the wall at Tosa. That's an unusual place to go off there. He's gone off very early. They normally go off a little bit higher up the corner.
And not much that the team can do about
So Schumacher
that
will
one.
make it through to Q2 and then take no further part. We will get a quick restart of the session. This does give me the opportunity to get back out behind somebody quicker than Joe. So I've got Embry out behind Sainz, Donna going out behind Norris. And a little bit of a gap behind us, so we're not going to be giving anyone else a slipstream. That's important.
On as much work as you can on your tires now.
I think Embry's probably safe. I'm not sure about Donna. Leclerc, still slower than us at the moment, and I think he is in front of someone. He is. So he is going to be boosting whoever's behind him. I think it might be Giovinazzi. No, it's not. It's a Haas. Which Haas is it? It's Zay Maloney. So that's not good for Charles Leclerc, because one of the cars that he's in competition with or that he's currently quicker than is going to end up potentially, quite probably going quicker than he does.
Big gap, big gap.
And he is very close to the danger zone. Don't think Embry's going to get a toe off Sainz. Yes, Sainz is gone. Donna is still close enough, though, to the back of Norris, I think. So there is a chance for an improvement here. She needs one because she's not safe. 1.5 tenths ahead of Albon at the moment. She has improved in the first sector. Even Embry's not 100% safe. She's only 2 tenths quicker than Albon. There is the potential for one or both of our cars to get eliminated here. Donna's doing what she needs to do. Donna improves to third, so Donna's safe. Question now is What about everyone else? Leclerc did not improve. Maloney improved up to 15th, so he got a little bit of a benefit, but not enough to guarantee his safety.
Charge on in box. Charge on in box.
So, Porsche. Improves. Maloney is out. Magnussen is out. Albon is out. Sonoda is out. And Zhou is out. There we go. Very close. What was the margin? Look at that. Just Leclerc safe by just 34 thousandths of a second from Yuki Tsunoda there. Very close indeed. It's going to be a tight qualifying. Medium tyres up next. The lowest we can qualify is 14th, thanks to Schumacher. But I want both in the top 12.
Okay, so that's a green light.
I want to see good work on your tires.
You can bring the tyre in.
We will try and do a little switcheroo at the end of this first flying lap. At some point on the cool down. Ready for the second flying lap. We might hit traffic issues this time round.
Let's go for another push.
Shouldn't be anyone in front that will back you up.
Thankfully, Sainz got out of the way nice and early for us there. We're not going to catch Behrman, so no traffic issues for the rest of the lap. Big gap. 6.5 tenths. Well, we've got a yellow flag. I think that was someone running wide at Aqua Minerale.
As they
Oh, no, it
slow
wasn't.
for Variante Alta, and that won't help their chances. Really, they must be careful.
Okay to pick up the pace. You've got everything, press on hold available.
And you can push.
This hasn't worked. They weren't quite close enough to do the switcheroo, and they I moved them over in the wrong position on track, unfortunately. Hopefully, though, Donna will improve. The yellow flag. Ocon running wide at the end of the lap.
Let's have recharge on then, please.
And 2/10. Ran out of battery at the end of the lap. A little worried about that, but
Charge on.
could have been worse. Let's see, Porsche is on an in lap. Yeah, this is a good time to go again. Hopefully the track will be quiet enough for us here.
Wake up those brakes.
Max making his way out as well. So it's us, the two Red Bulls, and Behrman currently on track.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery. Overtake available. You're good to push.
So I'm not looking to improve Embry's time here because she's safe. Looking to make sure that I can get a really good slipstream for Donna. Make sure that she's safe.
Overtake is available.
Through Aquamina Riley, up the hill towards the Mariante Alta.
We don't have enough battery.
There we go. That is good enough.
We have to protect those tires.
So, let's see. Where are the Red Bulls? Leclerc in 6th place. Where is Max? Oh, there's Max. Coming up to the line. Goes above Hajar. Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, it's not us. It's not us.
Red flag. Red
That
flag.
is Ocon or Norris. It's Norris. I just saw the red flag and just immediately assumed that Donna had gone in straight into Embry. So they're approaching Tosa.
And just like that, the hopes of the team
That
start
might be
to
the end of the
dwindle.
session. There might not be a restart. Oh, there is just going to be a restart. Okay, well, we're staying in the garage for that. We're not going to improve. And we don't need to improve. So, Norris will make it into the top 10 and play no further part. And everybody's going to pile out. I don't think everyone's going to get, well, unless they all go out right now. Is anyone going to go out? If they're going to go out, they need to go out now. Or they're not going to get their lap in. No one's going out. They don't have the tyres. That's it then. So Giovinazzi, Ocon, Sainz and Pourchaire joined Mick Schumacher in being eliminated from Q2. Stroll, Behrman, Russell, Piastri, Leclerc, Hajar, Verstappen, Norris and our two drivers will make it into the top 10, although Norris will start in 10th. So the worst we can qualify is 9th. That is very good news. So I'm just going to do 2 one-lap runs, and I'm going to wait. Get those slipstreams. Here comes George Russell. And that will do. George Russell is quick enough.
You can bring the tyre in.
Okay, good work on brakes and tires, please.
Are we close enough? Yes, we are. You just about. Probably could do with being a touch closer.
Track clear.
Oh, and here comes the Red Bull. Potentially going to pop out right in front of Donna here.
So we are good for traffic. Charge your place, come here.
Don't get in the way, don't get in the way. Thank you. Donna is too far away to get a tow from the back of Embry, I think. And she might be too far away to get a tow from the back of George. She has gone purple in the first sector, though. Take a look at the splits. So 1.5 tenths in the first sector. .24.6 and 24.9, 3/10 difference in the middle sector. So that's 4.5 tenths or so. The 24.6 again. And the 24.8. Ooh.
And we're box this lap, cool the car.
So half a second
Make sure
ahead
it's
of
a negative.
George and another
Charge on
second,
box,
tenth of a
charge on
second
box,
behind.
box.
So 6/10 the gap between the two, our two drivers there. Definitely try and give Donna a proper slipstream on the next run. Might be enough for pole position. Max leaving the garage. Piastri goes second. 10th quicker than George. What can the reigning world champion Ollie Behrman do? Yeah, we're just going to do the one lap. Behrman goes 7th. He's a second off. Stroll moves up into second place. He's got his car working nicely here. How quick can Max go? Oh, look at that. Piastri and Leclerc have done identical times. Just noticed that.
And we work on front tires.
Looked a pretty convincing lap from Max. Don't think he's been held up anywhere. And he goes second. Oof, yeah. He got close. He got very close.
And there'll be no one ahead.
Position is good. Charge of last corner.
Embry's not going to improve, I don't think. Hopefully Donna can. He has improved in the first. Let's again check the splits. So despite improving, she's still slower in the first sector than Embry. But again, with the lack of new parts on Donna's car now, that's probably not that surprising. 100th up in the middle sector. This will be an improvement for Donna, but it won't be an improvement for Embry, as expected. Purple final sector, and that has put Donna into third place on the second row. Can she stay there? That is the question. We are done. We're not running again.
That's P3. The good lap.
Piastri on a flying lap. Leclerc just starting his flying lap. Oscar improves his time, but does not improve his position. He found 32 thousandths on that lap. What can Charles Leclerc do? Is he going to get held up here? Donna gets out of the way. I think he probably got a tiny little bit of a slipstream from Embry there. But Leclerc can't improve. He stays 6th. Russell starts his flying lap. Is he going to get held up by Charles Leclerc? No, I don't think he was. Behrman and Hajar both on their warm-up laps. Behrman just about to start his flying lap. Where is Max? Max is right in front of Isaac. So Isaac could get a mighty tow here. Russell's going to be the next flyer to cross the line. And he finds, well, thousandths. That's it. That's all he found. So close. Okay, there is Stroll. Behrman is going to be the next to cross the line. Then Stroll. And then it'll be Max and Isaac. And Isaac is well positioned. Up to the line for Behrman. He improves above his teammate, but surely that's just temporary as Stroll now comes round to the end of the lap. Does not improve, stays where he is. So, Hajar. Verstappen snatches pole by 0.02 of a second. Hajar jumps up to 7th. We have one car on the front row, one on the second row. But I am pretty convinced that Donna's going to go backwards quite quickly in this Grand Prix. Hopefully Embry can stay close to Max in the opening stages. And maybe we can score some solid points with her. Confirmation then of your top 10.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992 when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
Haroon, do you think the Haas driver is going to be feeling confident going into this race?
You have to stay optimistic and remain focused. You genuinely never can predict what will happen in this sport, so you've got to be ready to seize any opportunity.
Meanwhile, in the grandstands, the red wave is swelling. Who will come out on top here in Imola?
Isn't that nice? We have actually achieved all of our quality goals. That's very nice. Not going to touch the guarantee tonight because we ain't going forward, I don't think. We're only going to go backwards. Finish position 2 of the top 12 is achievable, I think. If we can keep Donna close enough in the opening stint. Fastest lap is probably not going to happen. Let's see if we can complete the finish position streak. We should be able to. But there is progress on the quali streak. Let's get our cars ready for the Grand Prix. Tyre wear could be an issue here. We don't have great smoothness ratings on our drivers, especially with the increased heat that we are likely to see. So I am going to go with a soft, medium, soft. Go for the 2-stop instead of the 1-stop. Going to throw in 2 extra laps of fuel so I can push hard in the opening stint. really going to break off the line hard. If we can gain a place, bonus. If we can hold on to a place, that would be ideal. Let's send them to the grid for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Here in Imola, the drivers are ready to take on the 63 laps of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The focus for many in this race will be on the Aston Martin driver.
They're in second place on the grid, but that could so easily change in the first few seconds after lights out.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Max is on mediums. We might jump him off the line here. Oh, I was so close to contact. Stroll tucked right in behind. We get through Tosa. And we get the separation we needed on Stroll.
Charger. Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Right, we've managed to hold off Stroll again. Good stuff. Oscar in fifth on hard tyres could be a real boon for us. He's got pace, but he's also got hard tyres, which means he's not going to have amazing speed through the corners or stellar acceleration. At least not for the next 10-15 laps. So we've got a chance to create a bit of a buffer.
And recharge on.
Stroll has backed off a little bit. We're doing the same just because I'm wary that Max is saving something and is going to suddenly sprint away, and I want to be able to try and respond to that.
DRS enabled. So it's currently P3.
Let's fight early overtake. Just be careful with this tyre.
Now, I don't know if Max is going to go for a one-stop or a two-stop starting on the mediums, go medium soft, or if he's going to go medium hard. I don't think we're in contention to battle with Max anyway. So all I want to try and do in this opening stint is pull away from the cars behind, stay with Max.
And overtake is available.
If we can create a gap back to Stroll, that would be ideal, I think. Embry is lining up a move. All right, we created that gap. Stroll's going to come under pressure from Oscar. Ideally, we want Oscar to get in front of Stroll and then sit in front of him and slow him down.
No need to push the tyres.
Get the temperature out of the tyres. Stroll's pushing again. He's closing that gap up.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Dollar is struggling out of the corners at the moment. The extra weight in the car. And the extra drag on that car as well. Certainly not doing any favours. So what it says, I'm tempted to buy F124, but really not to prepare pay the extortionate price of £70 for the standard version. I'm not going anywhere near F1 2024. By all accounts, the handling model is terrible. Again, from the same team that did the 22 version. Go figure. So, Embry has got herself in front of Max. Nice. Nice little confidence boost there. So yeah, I have no desire to play F1 2024, at least not in its current format anyway. And I don't really think it's done enough to justify shelling out for that. It doesn't look like much has really improved at first glance. It's like FC24. It's not really that much better than FIFA, if at all, in terms of the single player experience. Career mode is still essentially the same, just with some other little bits and bobs thrown in, but it's essentially still the same experience. For a player career, it just doesn't really. I mean, I got it for free because of PlayStation Plus, and I've played a bit of it, and I'll still play it every now and again, but I don't think I'll ever buy a FIFA game ever again, or an EA FC game now. They just don't have an in-depth, rewarding single-player career mode, not like they used to 10 years ago.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Embry going for the overtake again. She will get it.
Recharge on.
Lovely stuff. Stroll still close. We haven't really pushed the pace enough yet.
Time to push on these tyres.
Okay, you can pick up the pace.
So the question now becomes, can we maintain our track position? Let's see, Schumacher's up from 15th to 14th. Norris is up 2 places. He's up to 8th. So good start for Lando. Getting past both of the Alfa Romeos, who just don't seem to be that keyed in at the moment. But what is going on with Schumacher? Because he has just been a step off all season. And when Stroll is making you look bad, you know something's wrong. Oh, yellow flag.
And if we watch Magnussen... Oh no!
Just
Why
cutting the
they
chicane
go?
there.
Perhaps a little
How
lapse in
Magnussen did not
concentration,
get
maybe.
a penalty and a race ban for yesterday, I do not know. I think it's outrageous that they just said, oh, it's just a racing incident. That should have been a race ban.
And recharge
For Magnussen.
on, recharge on.
Images.
Charge on, charge on.
They may have different cars, maybe, but like I said, Stroll has been, well, Schumacher's just been slow all season. He hasn't been anywhere near as competitive.
Charge on.
So we're getting to a point where we're going to have to brake just to try and push the pace and break away from the cars behind us so that when we do hit, it's going to be easy for us to come back through.
Press, overtake.
Okay, we need some deploy.
Make your mind up, Max. Which way do you want to go? We're going to drag Max away from the rest of the group. And there's a reason why I'm happy to do that. It's going to put the win beyond us. But like I said, I don't really expect us to be in contention for the win anyway. But what it's going to do is when our tyres start to die off and Max gets back through, we can then tuck in behind him and run at Max's pace, and he hasn't got a train of cars behind. At least that's the theory behind this anyway. Whether or not that will actually come to pass or not remains to be seen. As Donna makes the move.
Just manage your tires, please.
Okay, that is the fastest lap.
Russell has got through and is pushing hard.
Charge on.
So recharge on.
Let's go for a push.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
Need to keep Donna in range. There we go.
Recharge on.
Charge on.
And we have now created that separation to George Russell.
Can use overtake.
We've got leeway built into this strategy on the mediums and the softs to come. So we can push these tyres a little harder in this stint. Just to try and force that gap.
Please.
Up to about 1.7, 1.8 seconds now. Piastri's dropped down. Is he pushing his tyre? No, of course he's on the hards, isn't he? But Leclerc's pushed his tyres pretty hard.
Charge on now. Charge on and box now.
Overtake is available. We want to
There we
manage
go.
our
That's
tyre
enough
budget.
pushing the tyres.
And recharge on is okay, please.
And we've got the gap over 2 seconds now. So we're going to reach a point soon when Max is going to start pushing his way back through.
Charge on.
And then we just need to sit with him as he tries to bolt.
Charge on.
And overtake is available.
And I'm using Embry's battery here on the main straight to really try and push our pace, knowing that I can get some recharging done and still close the gap back up with Donna. Oh, and that's a VSC. And that is going to be a change of strategy for us.
And recharge on.
Virtual safety car. And make sure you stay positive. Follow the reference.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, it's Charles Leclerc who's crashed out. Oh, that's a big hit as well. He's not a happy man. Right, we've got a 3.5 second gap to Russell, although that's slightly inflated, I think, because of the DRS, the VSC. So it's probably a little less than that. It's probably about 2.5 seconds, maybe 3 at a push, somewhere between 2.5 and 3. I'm going to box Donna on this lap. I'm going to go one more lap with Embry, and then box her on that lap. I just got to hope that the VSC stays out long enough. She's got enough tyres to just bolt for 2 laps if necessary and then come in. But I don't want to stack them up. .6, it's not bad. Not stellar, but it's not bad. Can we beat anybody out of the pits? Don't think we can. No, we can't. But we're not too far off the back of the train. There it is. So we saved a fair bit of time there. Given how fast everybody whizzes down that main straight.
Battery is full.
So is the VSC going to last long enough to get Embry in as well? I think it is. Just.
And a virtual safety car is ending.
So we're not going to get the full benefit of the VSC, but we definitely got some benefit out of it with Embry. We got the full benefit with Donna.
On click of attack, please.
2.7's not a great time.
Could be close to exit.
.5 seconds, the difference between the two. 6 seconds. When you consider that Embry was in front as well, that means probably about 7 seconds was what we lost.
And you can push.
Still were slightly quicker.
Manage your tires.
And now we get to see how well the ladies can cut their way through the traffic.
Charge on. Very good luck. Only can use the deploy.
Make sure we're getting nice and close.
Keep cooling the car.
Not quite close enough for a lunge up the inside there.
And keep an eye on the battery. Cool the car. Charge on, charge on.
All right, we're going to have to play the patient game then, it would seem.
Recharge on.
It is one long train behind Max and, well, behind Norris, really.
And you can push on tires. We're good on tires.
Everybody getting DRS from everybody else. It's going to make this tricky. Not impossible.
Cool the car.
There we go. That's one position gains and some extra confidence for Donna. Back into harvest mode so we can do that again. It's going to take Embry a little while to catch up, but she will catch up. I hope. Still 7 seconds off. That's a little worrying. Straights are not going to be a great place for us to try and gain, but through the this twisty bit is where we're likely to get the big gains. Oh, who's gone off? Oh, damn it, Embry. That does not help.
Here we've got the Aston Martin. Everything's all right here. Oh, and the car locks up. Just unable to...
At least she kept it out the barrier. But she's now a long way back. Confidence has dipped a bit, but she's still got viable confidence. Nearly got through on Zane Maloney then.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Giovinazzi is going to be boxing very soon, as is George and Maloney.
Jump down the pace now.
At least she doesn't have to wait for the entire field to go by. Yeah, that wouldn't be great. I really hope that's a feature that's been improved. They have hinted, I think, that that's been improved, but we shall see.
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available. You can keep the pace up on these compounds. Okay, keep cooling the car now. Need to drop the pace.
It is through the corners that we should make the most time, given that we have the fresh rubber.
Charge on, charge on.
Donna is now fully maxed out on confidence. Embry is closing again. Work to do though. It's basically undone any benefit we would have got from that VSC with her. Schumacher getting overtaken by Zhou.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit. We have to protect those tires. Overtake available.
Now drag Mick up the hill. There we go.
Charge on now, please.
And we get Donna on a bit of a roll here. Embry took 1.2 seconds out of Maloney on that last lap.
Okay, we need some deploy.
And this is giving us the time to focus on getting Donna through the traffic as comprehensively and quickly as we can, not having to worry about doing the same with Embry at the same time. That helps. It means I can really focus in on keeping her ERS and tyre temps under control. Russell has boxed. And he's gone hard tyres, so that's him to the end. Giovinazzi is probably boxing this lap. Looking at those tyres, Pourchaire might be boxing this lap. Zhou's maybe got one more lap in him. Evening, Tiny. So is Gio going to box? Yes, he is. We'll stay tucked up behind Zhou for another lap. Unless Donna decides she wants to throw it at the inside at Tosa, which she might do. Go. She's getting her battery fully charged.
And you can pick up the pace. In the pit lane now.
There we go. Good stuff. Sights is in the pits as well. Donna up to 9th place and less than 3 seconds behind Ocon, closing quickly. Embry now up to 12th and still lapping over a second quicker than Magnussen. We're only 10 seconds off Max. So we have track position over everyone in front of Donna right now. They all need to stop at least once. They're probably only going to stop the once. We have to stop again. Most of them are going to go onto hard tyres. We'll have mediums to push us as quick as we can, and then we'll be blisteringly quick with softs at the end. There's Stroll into the pits, and you can see we've caught Ocon. Didn't get the DRS, but we're still going to get a chance to have a run at him here into Tamburello. Or the exit of Tamburello. There we go. And we've got him through Tosa. Beautiful. So, 7th place now for Donna. And we can now leave her to cook on her own for a bit. Let's start keeping an eye on Embry. Magnussen's going to box this lap. Albon's got another lap or two in him. Too far ahead to hunt down though. Shame, that confidence boost would have been nice. There goes Isaac into the pits. Donna defends well. Can we jump Isaac? Yes, we can. There is no sign of him. Lovely stuff. He's going to come out right behind Stroll and Sainz. So back in the points for Embry. I'm surprised Magnussen hasn't boxed, but he's getting a nice little tow from Albon here. Let's see if we can close the gap down. I'm wary of the fact that Russell is closing us down. Tyre damage and lack of confidence as a result of the lockup compared to the level of confidence she had before that lockup. It's definitely hurting her pace a little bit as Max boxes. So, he's going hard tyres. He is. So it's a one-stop to Verstappen. Tsunoda has also boxed. We've got a yellow flag.
Now this was the Alfa Romeo. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
Cutting the chicane there. Russell's going to put Max under immediate pressure. I'm going to stick with these two for a moment. Magnussen still hasn't stopped. There goes Norris. And Ocon. Both McLarens boxing at the same time here.
Magnussen pitted from behind you.
Oh, Magnussen's finally boxed. That's a good double stop there from McLaren. Donna is now just less than 1.5 seconds behind Behrman, who has yet to stop. So we've almost got a pit stop in hand over Behrman, although he will be quicker than us once he comes out of the pits, theoretically, having fresher tyres than us. But again, it does mean that we will have less of a gap to hunt down.
Charge on.
Behrman is going to box this lap. We don't need the confidence boost. So I'm just going to cool the tyres down and save a bit of battery. Just for this last couple of corners here. And then push them back up again when Behrman peels off.
We have margin to push a bit more. Charge on.
Oscar's stayed out. We are still closing on Albon. Max and George are steaming up to the back of Embry here. Still squabbling with each other, so they could have been on us quicker had they not been fighting. Had they been about 1.5 seconds apart, they'd have, Max had been on us by now, and George would have been right behind a lap or so later. Oh, and they're going to get us. They're going to get us this lap. Almost got close enough to get DRS off Albon, who is probably going to box this lap. Which means I'm going to get overtaken here. Yeah, Albon's in the pits. Try and cut across. There we go, holding back. And this is now about helping protect Donna.
Let the tyres come back to you.
I doubt we'll be able to keep this up for long, but if we can just help stretch that gap a little bit and protect Embry's tyres in the process. It'll be worth it. And you see we are blocking Max. Got a yellow flag. Who has had a spin? It is Behrman.
We have a yellow.
Sorry.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their...
At least he got himself underway again pretty quickly there. On a close to the back of Oscar, who might be going for soft tyres potentially. Looking at his tyre wear, probably hards. Probably mediums. And that's it for spare fuel for Donna.
Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Embry, meanwhile, doing a superb job. Although Max has got an out. Can't hold that one off, I don't think. Or can I? I think I might just have managed to... Yeah, I have. Maybe not. Yeah, Max will finally get through. Can we hold off George?
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
All right, Max's tyres down to 86%. It's still pretty good. And Oscar's in.
Time to push on these tyres.
Evening, Harvey. I think we might have just lost the DRS. I'm not sure. Please tell me we got it. We got it. How are we doing? Doing well. Things are going pretty well in the Grand Prix. Managed to take advantage of an early VSC with Donna to bring her stop forward a few laps and save a bit of time in the pit stops. That's got her 12 seconds ahead of her teammate who didn't really get that benefit and then locked up as well.
Recharge on now is okay, please.
I was looking for points tonight, and we are definitely on target for that. Still have another stop to go with both of our drivers. Everyone else going to the end. So it's going to be tricky with Embry to do much of anything. But she should just about make the lower part of the top 10. Donna, though, has got a chance for some really solid points tonight. Which is ironic, given she's got the slower car.
Can use overtake.
Can't lose the DRS. There we go.
And recharge on is okay, please.
It's a slow lap for Donna. 1:17.3. Tyres starting to really give up. Embry able to get pulled along at a much quicker speed thanks to the slipstreaming. Staying in the train. Think I'm gonna go for it now with Donna for a couple of laps and then box her early and then protect the soft
Or we
bit.
can cancel lift off.
Try and bring myself out further up the order in the traffic. The longer we wait, the more time she's losing to the train behind. And we are in danger of losing the DRS. Max is starting to pick his pace up.
Stay close.
So let's look at maybe boxing Embry at the end of this lap. I don't really want to use any more of the battery. I want to have something for when she comes out. I might have to. I have to.
Overtake is available.
One more lap in Embry. Maybe. No, I don't. She's not going to make it. So let's box her this lap.
Okay, we will box this lap.
Charge on.
New fastest lap for Oscar, a 2.5 second stop. That's not too bad. Where are we going to come out? Further down than I would have liked. Oh man, we're all the way at the back.
So recharge on.
Box. Drop the pace now, please.
So we should come out somewhere around Schumacher Joe, I think, with Donna. .7.
Reminder, throttle on pit exit.
Here comes Schumacher and Joe. Schumacher gets through, and so does Joe. It's about where I was expecting.
No more lift off required.
Right, now we have to work our way back up again, but by boxing early, I've put myself in a position where I can't really push the tyres. I'm going to have to be wary of that.
Okay, focus on recharge.
And overtake is available. Just be careful with this tyre.
If we get a VSC in a lap or two, I'm furious, because that's our original pit window. but it will help with the tyre wear.
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available. Cool the car.
Got boxed in, and I get stuck behind the pair of them. God damn it.
Recharge on.
Okay, charge on. Keep cooling the car. We need to push. Overtake available.
I'm gonna get boxed in again.
And recharge on.
Possibly. Yes, I am. God damn it. Can't find a way through. Oh, this is terrible.
Charge on. We do need a little bit of lift off for the fuel.
This is not good.
Press overtake. And you can push.
Alright, there we go. A much needed position gain for Embry. Can we make it 2? Can we get past Behrman here? Yes, we can. Up the inside at Tosa. Beautiful stuff.
And we can have recharge on, please. Big lifts.
And you can use the deploy.
Going to go very aggressive here.
Okay, to pick up the pace. Cruise the car.
There we go. Double overtake done. Needed that one.
Need to drop the pace. Charge on.
So Giovinazzi up next, and then we have to push on. go after Oscar, Ocon, and Pourchaire. Points are close. And I'll be disappointed if we only get, 1 or 2 points out of today. Double overtake for Embry. Excellent stuff.
Let's have recharge on, please.
And we're past Giovinazzi.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
And now we'll try and break away.
Charge on.
Okay, we've got the gap that we needed to Giovinazzi to not have to worry about him. I am going to have a fastest lap attempt with Donna once I get onto the back of Oscar and co. Got to get battery in the car to be able to do that though. Just about dropped Maloney now, and we are closing on Schumacher. Looks like by over a second a lap. Yeah, 1.5 seconds on that lap. We are slowly making progress again. Tyre wear is just about looking like 30% at the end. Still need to save a little bit more if we can. Picking and choosing the right times to do that though. New fastest lap from Yuki Tsunoda, 1:14.3. How much quicker is that than the previous? 0.2. I think if we would have a serious push, we could do that comfortably, and then some.
And recharge on, recharge on.
It'll be a very interesting finish.
No need to push the tyres. We think a little bit more like the
More time has been taken out of the trio in front of us, Porsche, Piastri and Ocon. Now just over 2 seconds. Starting to think I should have gone mediums. Didn't have a new set of mediums. It would have been slower on the used set of mediums than these ones, because those were at like 85%. So a slower tyre with 15% wear on them already. The softs last pretty well around this track though, so I'm not overly concerned about, you know, them falling off a cliff anytime soon. The more I can save though, the more I can use to push with.
recharge off, please.
In situations like this.
Time to push on these tyres.
You can use the battery while you need.
Alright, there we go. We've got past Giovinazzi.
Look after the tires.
Going to get past Schumacher here at the Variante Alta. Oh, god damn, cuts across us. Alright, we'll get him here then into the final turn, maybe. Up the inside. No. And we've killed the battery.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Can I get him out the hill
Can
of
use
Tosa?
okay.
No. Alright, let's charge up.
And recharge on now is okay, please. We will want a little bit of Lyco.
Okay, we need some deploy. Okay, keep cooling the car now.
I'm having the same problem with Donna now.
the car.
I get the move into the Acqua Minerale. No, I can't. Ugh. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's one of them. That's the other one. All right, we're in the points.
On the low side.
How is Embry doing?
Manage your tires.
See if I can get Joe into Tosa.
Overtake is available.
Or out of Tosa. Or somewhere. Just need to get past one of these two. There we go. And now I can push on Schumacher.
We want to manage our tyre budget. Recharge on.
Donna's onto Oscar.
Charge on. Drop down the plates now.
I need 2 in the top 12 to keep the sponsors happy and keep our new finish position streak alive. And that's that achieved.
And recharge on. If you can, push.
There are some serious points on offer here now for Donna. We can get as high as 5th, I think. Beyond that, it's probably a bit too far. I will take 5th all day long. And I'd like to think I can just about get Embry into the points as well.
And keep up a bit of lift off for fuel, please. Keep cooling the car.
Oh, a little bit of moving under braking there from Oscar. That's very naughty.
Press overtake.
We will not need lift off. We can still do it. On click overtake, please.
Fastest lap attempt now for Donna.
Cool the car.
It's not going to happen.
Just keep looking after your tires.
Not the fastest lap anyway. Oh, outbrake him, outbrake him. Outdrag him. There we go, 7th place. I'm only 2.5 seconds away from 5th.
Recharge on.
We are hunting down Ocon and Porsche. About a second a lap. This could be very tight. 7 laps to go, 5.5 seconds to gap. 4.5 seconds to gap.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
Will I get the DRS? I think I might just have got it.
Charge on.
Oh, yellow flag.
2 cars out, a lot of debris.
That's at the Variante Alta.
Okay, careful.
Zhou and Schumacher, I'm so glad we're ahead of that.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
We did get the DRS, so we are now tucked up behind this battle in front of us.
On a bit of lift off where you can, it should help you.
And we have better tyres than everyone in front of us. What about Embry? Yeah, she's got better tyres than Porsche. That is a time penalty for Schumacher, so his terrible season continues. That 5 seconds is going to drop him to the back of the grid. It depends if he can stay ahead of Zhou. Does he have damage? He has wing damage, so he's probably going to end up last. Gap is coming down to Porsche. We might just miss out on points. With Embry. But she's in the top 12, which was the important thing. 5 laps to go. Donna is well positioned here. I'm going for 5th. I'm not going to try and push any higher than that.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Can we see Teo? There he is. There is Teo. Sainz has got past Oscar. Got to keep an eye out for him.
overtake available. Okay, you can pick up the pace.
All right, we've got Stroll. Next up is Isaac Hajar, our former protege. And we slide up the inside. And we are away. There we go. All right, we're into range with Porsche. Three seconds to Ocon.
A little bit more like that. Overtake is available.
Just clinging on to peak confidence. Have to make the move on this lap at the end. Give us any chance of going after Ocon.
And we can have recharge on, please. And overtake is available.
Actually, Porsche has closed the gap up a bit.
2 race laps.
Ocon's caught Piastri.
Keep your head down.
Could we actually be on for ninth?
Time to push on these tyres.
Isaac got back in front of us.
Charge on.
It's fine. We have time to retake that position. As Ocon has got past Piastri and we have got ourselves into DRS range.
Oh, you can use the deploy. Let's go for a push.
And there we go. That is 10th place and points for Embry.
Recharge on.
And we get past Ocon as well.
One more lap.
A little bit more Lyco, please. And recharge on now is okay, please.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Can use overtake. Stay close.
Max Verstappen over the finish line
Ah.
and today's winner.
Not quite. 5th place for Donna.
Okay, we take the flag. P5. P5, man.
Tenth place for Embry. Considering that she had the lock-up, the loss of confidence, We had to box behind Donna and the VSC, and she lost time because of that as well. Getting back up to 10th, that's a result. We got her in the points. There's definitely some potential in this car now. Drivers aren't quite there. Although tonight we did have that sponsorship obligation, which lowered our objectives
from the Aston
or our
Martin
control
driver
rating.
that was.
That really was such a strong performance, and they come away from today with a top 10 finish. Amazing, really, really good for the team.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
Well, Formula One certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those three feel right at home too. So, Karun, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
No doubt they'll be pleased. Both drivers really delivered, and what's more, there were lots of positives to be taken away from the race.
And that's about it for our time here in Imola.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Monaco. Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. Max gets win number 4. Good race for Lando, up 8 places. And a year away from the sport, did nothing to dull Yuki's, pace. There you see, up 13 places and got the fastest lap to finish on the podium ahead of George Russell. Donna in 5th place, solid result, considering we changed the strategy up a bit, and she was always going to go backwards. So to only drop 2 places, very pleased with that. Isaac up a place, gets 6th place. Stroll down into 7th. Sainz gaining 5 places. Ocon up into 9th place, and Embry down 8 from where she started, but again was never going to, hold on to 2nd realistically. And with everything we discussed, getting back into the points, a solid result there. Bottom half of the table for the results. Oscar, disappointing for him, down 6 places to finish outside the points, ahead of Porsche, Albon, Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Behrman having a bad race as well, down into 16th place. Then Maloney, Schumacher dropping all the way to 18th, just managing to fend off Zhou, with that 5-second penalty, finishing ahead of him by half a second, less than half a second. And Leclerc, no points and a retirement for him. In the driver's standings then, Max on 109 points, leads the standings, 4 wins, 4 podiums, 3 pole positions. It looks like he's going to take his title back in strong fashion this season. Lando moves up 3 places into 2nd place with that podium position tonight. He is 32 points behind Max, but 6 ahead of Charles Leclerc, who drops a place, having not scored. Ocon also gains a couple of points as well. There you see he's now 9 points behind Leclerc. So both McLarens doing well so far this season. Porsche drops a couple of places, no points for him tonight, but still very well up the table there for Haas. Ajar moves above Piastri by 2 points. Then it's Stroll, Tsunoda up 16 points and 2 places to jump above Zhou and Behrman. And then there's George Dare in 12th place, getting 12 points tonight. Donna gets off the mark, her first points of the season, our first points of the season. Moves her up 6 places into 13th. Then it's Sainz, Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Albon, Schumacher, Embry, who gets her 2nd point of the season. So we had 1 point, I forgot about that. She drops down a place, but is now 2 points clear of Maloney. and good sign of things to come with our pace. In the Constructors' Championship, 180 points now for Red Bull, 26 points earned tonight. McLaren in second on 139. They are 41 points back. Were outscored a little bit tonight, but got some solid points. Alfa Romeo in third, coming under pressure from Ferrari now. Just 3 points between the two. Ferrari have jumped Haas, who really have been relying a little bit on Porsche. So his lack of points tonight has hurt them. Mercedes get some decent points as well. They're just 7 points behind Haas. Their recovery continues. AlphaTauri dropping further away. They're on just 36 points. Alpine up a place into 8th. And we move above Williams with a higher individual finish, despite being level on points. In the pit stops, we actually get both our cars in the top 10. That's quite nice. 2.5 and 2.6, half a second slower than Max's 2.1, but he was clear of everybody else. So we're only a couple of tenths away from getting really strong points on a consistent basis. That's encouraging. There you see the standings for the fastest pit stop. AlphaTauri do actually jump back ahead of Red Bull by 5 points tonight. McLaren stay third, 2 points clear of Ferrari. And then it's Alpine up 2 places above Aston and us, although we have closed that gap to Mercedes to just a point. We're only 2 behind Alpine as well, so still in play for 5th place at the moment. Then it's Williams, Haas moving above Alfa Romeo with just a quicker stop, and their pit stop failures continue into this season despite the work we did with them last year. Now you see our stops: a 2.6, a 2.7, a 2.7 and a 2.5. Let's have a look at the report cards. So let's see, Donna 16 and 14 going forward, 9 and 2 in defence. She did put up a good spirited defence against a much quicker Max and George towards the end of her medium tyre stint. And for Embry, 13 and 12 going forward, 9 and 4 in defence. Again, pretty good numbers, and very happy with the points that we scored with both of our drivers tonight. A little bit of extra experience for Anne as well, so hopefully we can see some good progression from her over the next few months. As far as the sponsors go, look at that, we've made some good money tonight. The first time in a long time. Let's see, so we got the finish position streak complete. That's 262 grand. We didn't get the fastest lap, but only an incentive, so no penalty for that. We did get both cars into Q3, which I didn't think we would do. So very pleased to get that extra 285 grand there. And then for the guarantees, we got our 2 in the top 12, both cars in Q2, and both cars in the top 12 in qualifying as well. An extra 1.3 million almost on top of our base rate there. Let's see, we have 4 days to go until Monaco. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get parts on the car in time. Suspension is 4 days away. What's failed? It's the suspension. So I will have a spare suspension, but not a new one. Unfortunately, that's still going through production. Let's see, anything else failed? No, nothing else has failed. That's good. But I'm not going to get a new chassis onto Donna's car, unfortunately. Just not going to have the time. I don't think. Or maybe. Oh no, 3 days away. So we will have enough to get another chassis back onto Donna's car. That is a significant improvement, as you can see. She's going to need that upgrade going into Monaco. So, yeah, that was supposed to be our spare, but we wrecked one already, unfortunately. So, not ideal. We just done car inspection. We can't change anything just yet. Murray Boyer has potential. Yeah, not going to sign him. Or not going to sponsor him. Let's see. Safia Ahmad's got the win in the F3 race. Abril, who we decided not to sign, getting second place in the F2 race. We'll keep an eye out for her. Suspension reduced deadline. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. When can we now likely get that on the car? Let's have a look. 14 days. So I can get one on the car for Montreal. I can definitely have them both on the car for Spielberg. When originally it was going to be for Silverstone. So that is nice. That is nice. Right, let's check with the board. They were delighted. Thank God for that. Oh wow, yeah, that's a huge turnaround in favour. Let's see, we still have low confidence, but if we can get a few more delighteds like that, that will help turn things around pretty quickly. We're still good on finances at the moment. 5.4 mil in the bank. We will get those debts cleared off. You know, the listing there at some point soon. Team Hub is going to need a refurb soon. Everything there is good. I am going to refurb that because I'm just wondering if that will help with the morale. No, that's just team attractiveness, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Weather sensor, we kind of need to refurb that as well. Because we are going to start getting weather coming up soon. And we still... Well, we've got to shut down due to sponsors. I hate that. We still need to get these two refurbs. This is the expensive one. 7.6 mil. It's going to be a while, I think, before we can get that one in. Advance time. Let's go to car parts. There we go. Now we can put that on both cars. So I am going to give Embry the new chassis, and I'm going to give Donna the previous spec. Get the rear wing back on the car. Anything else that needs to change? Side pods, underfloor, they're all updated. Yeah, it's just that chassis difference, isn't it? Let's make another rear wing. And I'm going to need to bump that up again. Like that. Let's see, underfloors. That's one spare underfloor. That's fine. Two spare rear wings. One spare side pod. Is that enough? How long do I've got? I've got 14 days for the suspension. Don't have any spare suspensions. I'm going to have to make another one. And I can't afford it. Oh crap. Alright, let's take one of those chassis off for now. That gives me the money I need to make 2 more suspensions, just in case. There we go. And that is it for tonight. So, signs of life after all in our season. Donna, after destroying her car in free practice, has put in a good result tonight. Big points, 5th place. That is some much needed points for the team. Embry, a difficult race for her, but she recovered well and did a sterling job to get back into the points at the end after that lockup and the loss of the time she should have saved pitting under that VSC, which meant that she was compromised on strategy slightly for the rest of the race. I'm very pleased with how things have gone. We definitely got signs of good pace in the car. I'm kind of hopeful that we can do something at Monaco as well. We've got good downforce levels, very good downforce levels at the moment. So there is the potential for a strong result. My only concern is control rating. Let's see if that has improved. Yeah, there you go. Look, back to 93 and 98. Wow. So we lost a lot more than I thought from that sponsor weekend. We lost 30 points in control for that sponsorship appearance, because we were at 63 and 68, and I thought we were at 90 and 93, not 93 and 98. So yeah, 30-point loss for that sponsorship. I had no idea it was that big a drop. We will be avoiding that wherever we can going forward now, because that is horrendous to lose that much. It's really bad. But with their ratings, back up to normal levels, hopefully we will keep it out of the barriers at the next Grand Prix, which will be tomorrow's race. So I'll be back at the usual time of 8 PM. I hope you'll join me for that. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, please consider dropping a like. And I will be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.